Well, when I was on the beach yesterday, I went snorkeling and saw lots of fish, even a big puffer fish. One dog named Miles, two cats named Mingus and Monk, two guinea pigs named Coco and Anna, one rabbit named Roscoe. We're about to get fish and and 6 chickens. I do basketball, and I made some shots, and I play games of basketball, and some teams won on the games. Okay, so we're here in Cabo San Lucas, and back there is the ocean, and me and Taylor went in the ocean the other day, but the undertows were really strong, so I kept getting pulled back into the ocean. It was awesome.
Well, I got stung by a jellyfish, and I had to pour vinegar on me and some other strange chemical liquids, and had to get a hot shower.
It's February 2009, and once again, the family has gathered in Cabo San Lucas to celebrate another milestone. This time, it's Fred's 70th birthday, and Bob's 80th birthday, and our 30th anniversary, and Sherry and Bob's 55th anniversary. This marks the 5th family celebration at a resort hotel, a tradition we hope to keep for many years to come. Without these gatherings, some family members would not have the opportunity to spend time together. In fact, sitting around the pool and catching up with each other's lives and adventures is the highlight of the trip. The family spans 3 generations and more than 7 decades, coming from New York, Virginia, Florida, Iowa, Oregon, Massachusetts, and California. 30 of us are here this year, our second time at the lovely Riu Palace Hotel. Gee, this looks like a shot of Steve from 3 years ago. And from 6 years ago. Timeless. Because the surf in the Sea of Cortez is often rough, and the undertow sometimes treacherous, most of us hung out at the pool. However, a few hardy swimmers could not resist the plunge. Most of us are off on a snorkeling trip to Lover's Beach. The waves are always high, making getting into the boat a tricky maneuver. The famous arch at Land's End separates the Sea of Cortez from the Pacific Ocean. It is here that the two bodies of water create a rich marine environment, luring fish, seabirds, and sea lions to these rocky outcroppings. Watching the people get into the water with fins on is always entertaining. Actually, they're doing a pretty good job. The water was a bit cold, and there weren't a lot of fish, so hanging out on the beach seems like a wonderful idea. So does burying Taylor in the sand. All this exercise calls for food, so let's head back to the hotel for lunch.
You gonna catch any fish today?
Yes. I'm going to catch some fish today.
You're gonna catch some fish.
I have a better chance catching a coal than I do catching a fish.
I asked Mother Nature for 2 fish.
Yeah. Okay, now drop it. Reel.
Reel as you go down.
You got it, Mitch.
Oh! Go, Mitchell!
Okay.
Woo, Mitchell!
If we catch something different, we keep.
Yeah. Wow.
Horseback riding along the beach and up into the dunes is a real treat for some of us. The horses are tame and the temperature is perfect. So let's saddle up. This is Madison's first solo ride. So Sophie, an old hand with horses, teams up with her older cousin. Fred was born in the Bronx, but grew up in Brooklyn, experiencing a pretty ordinary childhood until his 6th grade teacher offered free music lessons. Fred chose the trumpet and excelled from the beginning. From then on, music was the center of his life, playing at weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, and clubs. Actually, that's Harry James, but you get the idea. Once he started at City College, his focus shifted to science and engineering, eventually receiving a PhD in solid-state physics from Princeton University. That was the beginning of a 35-year high-tech career, highlighted by awards for his work in integrated circuits and wireless communications. If you ask the kids, his best job was the 11 years he spent running Mars Electronics. That was a division of the famous candy company, which provided us with free samples of M&Ms, Milky Ways, Mars bars, and other great treats. Every night was Halloween in Philadelphia. A few years after our move to California, Fred's focus shifted once again, this time to scuba diving and underwater photography. Over the years, we traveled to many locations to film the largest creatures in the sea: whales, sharks, and rays, as well as the smallest and most colorful creatures, the nudibranchs. Along the way, Fred garnered his fair share of recognition from the international underwater photography community. As retirement drew near, the urge to travel increased, and we now spend most of our vacations filming wildlife. We consider it a privilege and one of the high points of our lives to have spent time with gorillas, orangutans, lemurs, grizzly bears, tigers, chimps, meerkats, lions, and all the wonderful animals that inhabit the earth.
Hey, Fred.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. What do you want to work on today?
How about some balance?
You got it.
Good.
Okay. So extend out. Good. Good. Starfish there.
What's the...
Starfish. Put your foot out towards the side, and then elbow to knee. Make a fist. Good. And walk down that wall. Yeah. Stay arched. Bending in. Good. Good. Lift your head up. Keep those hips really low. Come up with your chest. Good. Plank up. Good. A few push-ups. Good.
Fred and I have been taking Pilates lessons from Midge for more than 5 years. We go twice each week and look forward to the sessions. Strength, flexibility, and balance are the core of this discipline, and we love the results. In addition to Pilates, Fred's exercise routine includes swimming, hiking, and of course, working out downstairs. He has had a fish tank since he was a small boy in Brooklyn and still loves the hobby. It sits in the downstairs office and workout room, where Fred spends most of his time producing DVDs from our trips. After a rough day hanging out at the pool, we need a drink. And the lobby bar is the place to meet. This is an all-inclusive hotel, so booze, wine, and beer are included, all day long. And each room has a well-stocked minibar. Even Aaron and Nicole joined us for happy hour, making this the family event of the day. The kids also got a chance to spend quality time together without the distraction of an inviting pool. Speaking of pool, Each day ended with a wonderful dinner at one of the 5 restaurants in the hotel, including a sumptuous buffet, where the dinner theme varied every night. For our last night, we savored a delicious Japanese meal. This group loves to eat. Way to go, Duncan. Happy 70th birthday, Fred, and here's to many more. For the man who loves toys, this was a banner year, with family donations to an iPhone, a Kindle, a wonderful photo album from our trip, a feng shui consultation, and from me, a watch he has been eyeing for the last 3 years.